Hey everyone, welcome back to BTM Scale Modeling for week 17 on the Shuttle Discovery and the launch tower and pad, and week 7 on the axanar starships. Just a little hint, it was a great week, very cool week. I got a lot done that I wanted to get done, and by that there's lighting, there's togetherness, and then there's just big. And I don't mean like, oh my god, that's awesome, big, that's an awesome build, but big as in big on the build. You've seen the 1 through 50 Enterprise that I did, but wait till you see, because I'm not going to take away from the video. Work did get done, like I said, on the axanar starship, sorry about that, and on the Shuttle Discovery. But with that, that's all I can tell you guys. I hope you really do enjoy watching this and seeing what came together. As always, if you are new to my channel, click on the subscribe button. Click on the little bell and you'll know every time I upload. And thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you, friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It means a lot, and I'm going to say it every week. And if you have any questions about the way I did something, or you're doing something and you have a question on, hey, how can I take care of this? Or, hey, Buck, great job. Or, hey, Buck, what the heck were you thinking? Leave them in the comments section. I usually answer within 12 to 24 hours. But with that, let's get to the bench and see what got done. Good morning, Tuesday, and I did do some work this weekend, yesterday and Sunday, and I got a lot to the launch tower and all that put together and done. Got the crane, check that out. And I'll explain what I did when I get over to the desk and can get the camera on my hand to show you other work. But yeah, really neat. Huh, very cool. And also, while I'm here, here's Discovery, and got that underneath now done. So not many more, and I'll be able to put a clear coat on that and do that. But let me get the camera set up and I'll show you what else got done. Alright, so here is the payload clean room. I've gotten all the fencing on, or safety railing, and then I got the lamps on. So yay. So this is now ready to get a good coat of paint. What I'm gonna do when I do paint this, I'm gonna get the white done first, get that masked off, then do all the other paint. And then this part I gotta finish taking care of for the launch tower, and there's that. But what I wanted to show you guys, when I did those arms, I'm gonna bring the one piece. So this is going to rotate too, but I didn't have to do what I had to do for the other two pieces because it had enough of a styrene bump there that I didn't have to worry about. But on the other ones, there was just a little bitty. So what I did is I drilled and made a hole big enough to put one of these guys in, just a little small brass tube rod. And what I did is, because on the parts it swings, so I just glued it to, let me do this real quick for you, sorry guys. Bring you over here, dang paper. So as you can see, there's that part and that part, and there's only one little bitty styrene bump to be able to do this, and I know through building that's not going to survive any of that. So what I did is, like I said, I drilled the holes and then I just CA'd the rod to the top and bottom, being able to do this with these areas. So yeah, so that was a very nice couple of days. So today we are going to start working on getting the Ares finished, buttoned up, and keep moving on with the other starships. So give me a second to reset and I'll be right back. Alright, here we are back at the Ares, and I have to do a couple of things before I can actually finish getting the lighting and seal her up. I forgot I have to do some light block and that, so I gotta let this tulip slick dry to a point, and then I can start finishing everything else. And I would do it, but I keep running my fingers into that, so it's crazy. So with that, while the USS Ares is getting dry, let's start on another one of the starships. Alright, so got some things, had to go out and do a little bit more cleanup on the nacelles, and I'll share that with you, what I'm going to do. But with the Korolev, make sure I'm right, USS Korolev, I'm going to do a little something different, because while the Ares and the D6 had quite a bit of nice room, I mean, they did mold this for lighting, but I'm still going to do the fiber optics for the windows, but this time what I'm going to do is, I got quite a bit of SMDs, little ones. I'm going to put the SMDs in, and then that way, one, I don't have to fight with the fiber optics trying to get them lit, but two, they're small and I can run them where I'm doing, because my end goal is, yeah, here's these two halves, the saucer section, then this goes on top, and then this will come down here on the bottom like so, and sorry, let me try this here. So this will come onto the bottom like so, and I want to try to have everything because I've already got the post drilled. But I'm going to do a little bit different for the nav lighting on this one. So that's what I'm going to do first, is get the SMDs into place and go that way and make sure I'm doing the right side. So with that, what I want to show you is, remember when I first talked about, you know, I got the 1/1000th lighting board, the basically the Discovery Enterprise, and it had those nice you know, boards for the front of the nacelles, the buster collectors. But this is smaller than the Ares because this is a smaller ship. It's in scale, but it's a bit smaller. So what I'm going to do is, also with my SMDs, I got to try it first before I do it. But I'm going to put my SMDs in here because I have different colors of SMDs and try to create the same effect. But now I can fit the SMDs in there like I need to. So that's that. But first I got to test them, and I'll try that. But let me get a little bit of this work done, and I'll share with you when I get that done. All right. Well, the SMDs are in, and very, very cool. Which is what I want to do. Yes, I'm gonna have to do some light blocking on the back of it, but nacelles, bottom and top saucer done, and secondary hull. So now comes the fun part of just starting to run the wee bit of fiber optic through this and see if I can get some LED strip tape down. Alright guys. Okay guys, getting the Ares starting to put together. That's with that clamp, and then I'll take care of the saucer in a bit, but I figured I'd turn everything on for the most part. Those will blink, trust me. But thought I'd share with you. Sorry about that, guys. So yay. And there's that side. Like I said, she's drying, clamping that, and I'm gonna let that dry a while. Then once I feel that's good to go, then I'll get started on the saucers up here. But I thought I'd share that with you guys. So very, very rad, huh? Okay. Alright guys. Well, good Wednesday afternoon. Had to run a couple errands and do some things, but wanted to share, yes, that's what you're seeing is a ring of clamps. So now the saucer sections are, like I said, I did back here, took that off this morning, then I took care of this. So while that gets, I'm going to go get this set down very carefully, get my desk cleaned up a little bit, and let's see what I'm going to get on Discovery done. Alright, getting back at it. First thing, like always, I'm going to go ahead and get some more decals on. And yes, the bottom is now done, and I'm happy. I mean, because it's going to sit like that. It looks really good. You can see all this. So I got some touch-ups to do on that, but I want to get the decals done first. So first I'm going to finish the tail, and I got 2 pieces to put on there. Then I'm going to finish the pods, and then I got some to do some touch-ups and add a few more around these areas just to close that off. But hey, almost done. Almost done. Oh yeah, and I gotta get the burner up front done. So with that, guys, I'm gonna get working on this, and I'll show you what I get done when I get back. All right. Well, yes, there's time for paint. Yes, I did get my refill on my neutral gray, but the first thing I'm going to do right now is do the white. And I know I was talking about keeping parts separate, but the white's going to be easier to, one, I can mask this whole, most of this section off, and two, it's easier to put the gray over the white than the white back over the gray, because the white does really good at picking up those shadows that I talk about. But yeah, so first thing I'm going to do is and the other good thing is with this being in here like this and the way it's going to be, you can be sparingly, I mean not on the outside, but just get a nice little touch into it. And like I said again, don't try to coat it all at once, because that's a lot to try to coat. And then of course my brush does its thing, so I gotta get those off. There's the Q-tip. Okay. And again, like I said, just don't go crazy trying to do it all at the same time. Okay, now turn around and and just like that, guys. I'm just nice going it down and just getting it going, not going crazy. Just like I said, I'm just getting started on it. Take both hands, and then while it's drying, so I can mask it, I can be working on the gray. But let me get this white finished up, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, calling that done. I like it. It's very nice. It's not overbearing light, but it looks really good. And yes, I was able to get into those in there. And so now I'm going to move this to the side, let it dry, and I'm going to start working on all the parts that need to still be painted the neutral gray while this dries. So get those knocked out of the way, and hopefully by the time they're done, this will be right there where I can mask off that white. We'll see. Alright, I'm going to get back to work. Man, that's a lot of gray, guys, but hey, it looks good. Definitely like where they did the white, but yeah, not bad. And just kind of do this. I know you're not going to see all of it, but maybe you'll see just like that. Look at that. Now, yes, there is some more detailed painting to do, but when this gets dry, I'm going to take it out and give it a gloss clear coat, because one, I got to put a decal in here. Two, I want to protect the paint already, and then I'll just go in and do my little detail paints, but yay. So there's that. So shuttle's almost done, decaled. Launch platform, and the pieces I need to add that are now ready to go. And so yeah, ooh, fun. Getting ever closer. Good morning, Thursday, and recap yesterday. I got the Payload Shuttle Payload clean room and all the accompaniments, all the structure painted, and got a gloss last night, and it's just too big right now, or I'd definitely be showing you guys. Got a few more decals onto the shuttle, and yes, now we're back to the axanar builds. So right now I am working on the Korolev, and I did my tests for what I'm going to do for the nacelles. So now I got to just start getting stuff together, and first thing I'm going to do is work on getting the nacelles together, because yeah, they need to be done. And yeah, so I got the little guys here, and I'm going to take, and like I said, I'm going to use, let's see if I can get one here for you guys. I'm using these nano SMDs. Let's see if I can let you see, and going to run them, because it's like I said, there is just not a lot of space to do anything, and I don't have to put resistors on them. So once I get them get everything out and get played in, because I'm going to be running it down the bottom of the saucer, yeah, and that's going into the secondary hole. So yeah, there's a little bit of planning to do there to get everything to go together, but first I want to get these guys drilled and get the lights in and secured. Then I'll start working on the rest of the ship, getting things going, and there we go. But this is going to take a little bit, and I will show you what it looks like when I get it done, guys. So give me a bit now. I will be back. Good morning. It's Friday and back to work at the bench, and sorry I didn't finish showing you this yesterday because really working on these little guys, let me pull this out again. Let's see if I can get you to see that. Maybe. Well, somewhat. They were fun. Let me just say that. But I did get them in, and while they do a lot of what I like to be done, I'm still going to have to add fiber optics for a few of these guys here on the side and up here. So that's what I'm going to do now, and I'll show you what it looks like when I get it done, guys, and then we'll get on to more modeling fun. But let me get this squared away first, and I'll be back and I'll share. Alright guys, getting it worked out and showing you what I did. Like I said, I had to put fiber optics here and here and here, but it's working really well and looks really, really good. So, I mean, yay. Nice, right? Okay, let me show you what I did and get some things turned off here. Move this. Okay. Make sure nothing sticks. So on the first part, like I said, I went ahead and I added electrical duct tape, or whatever they call it again, I'm sorry. But I added it to the bottom and I added it to the top. Now what that did is just help. Light would bounce up here, hit the fiber optics, and then bounce back down here and hit every, do all that. So that's the first thing I did. And instead of jumping like I usually do, I hook here, because it's such small space and these guys are so small to work on, I just tied everything on and then I just grouped it all together. So like that. And then, and another thing, one of the other reasons I try not to use super glue or hot glue much, but because of the spider webs. But here, I started back here. I was thinking, okay, well, because that's where it goes, and then I'm going, okay, it's a little flat, but maybe I can set it up straight. But I ended up having to pull them all out, and I had to run them into here, so the light would catch in it. So next thing I got to do is I'm going to group these wires together, get all this grouped together. Then I'm going to do the impulse engine on this, and go from there. But I'm going to let these guys take a little bit of a break, and let's get some decals and some weathering done on the other one. Alright guys, well, I'm on the Payload clean room, and like I said, this kit's from 1985, and trying to use the original decals, and yeah, they've gotten a little weathered. So what I'm going to do the best I can, because one, Revel doesn't know how to do instructions, because if you look at the pictures, this is all left to right and not up and down. But I'm going to at least get the flag on, but I'll see what I got. If I can do these for the side doors, I'll look at my stash, and see if I got the USA. But I'm at least going to get the flag on. And that's what you're going to run into, guys, with these older kits. Especially something that's almost 40 years old. Or, let me see, 85, 95, 2005, 2015. Almost 40 years old. A couple more years. And the decals were not sealed, so they just, they fell to the elements. But there are some things that you can always do. Like this, I'm just taking a decal from the kit itself, from the shuttle kit, because that was still pretty good. And I'm going to add that, and then like I said, I'm going to go in and look what I have, and if I don't have anything to do, I'm going to actually, what I think I might do is, because I have the names of the shuttles, I might do that just to pay homage to all those great shuttles. So I think, let me look, but I think that's what I'm going to do to help, show how awesome this stuff, because I grew up with these guys, with the shuttles, and I was so in awe, and I remember And in January 1986, I remember that one. I remember, all the bad memories as well as the great memories that come, with the program. So yeah, but first let's see if we can get a decal on. And as you guys notice, sometimes I pick these guys up. I try to pick them up because with my tweezers, because sometimes that is a heck of a lot easier than trying to slide them, especially in a curved system like this. So let's see how that's going to look. So I'm gonna stand her up here, and we're just gonna take my Q-tip so I don't tear this one, and we're gonna do that. I'm gonna lean it back and just see how it looks. Looks pretty good and level until I touch it again, drying it out. But yeah. Okay, almost. Give me just a second here, guys. Okay, and before I set it on there, that's what that's looking like. So, I'm going to keep working on these, and then the next thing I'm going to show you is another technique I've found that I like on how to get that little bit of weathering without having to, like, oh my god, there's so many spaces. So I'll show you that, guys, here in a minute. But first I'm going to get this down, see if I can't find the other decals that I know I have decals, but yeah. So let me get this taken care of, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done, guys. Alright, guys. Well, went through my enormous stash of extra decals, the ones I've never used, and I found a couple that worked. But I couldn't find anything, so I went with the idea I was talking about. So I decided to put, let's see if I can get that zoomed in for you guys so you can see. So I put the shuttles names that were on the decal sheet, and these are all great shuttles. Enterprise is the first shuttle, then Atlantis, Endeavour, Discovery. So I really like that, and I think my client's really going to like that too. So there we go. Now I gotta let that dry, and move on to other things. So when I get more to show you, you know I will, or I'll start talking about how to do other things. Like I said, I'm going to talk about the weathering and a couple other little details. So give me just a bit. Alright guys, had a little bit of a lunch and getting back to work. So I've started getting, before I do any of the weathering, I want to get a lot of the little bits of detail done. So I started on, got the lamp, or the lights done. And then something I did do, and I don't know if I can get close enough for you. Let's see. I know it's not, I don't know if you want to say canon or not, but I've worked on enough construction sites, I've done things that I know certain areas should have certain colors, like caution around the leading areas of this is very high up off the ground, and then definitely some red up here just to, and like I said, it might not be exactly canon, or it might not be, but I wanted to get just a little bit of color to break up that gray, and I think that little bit of safety is going to do well, and that's going to enhance it. And like I said, I did it down here too, and those turned out awesome. I really like those. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just doing up a little bit of detail painting, and then we'll get on to weathering. So give me a few more minutes, and let me put a couple of decals down on the shuttle, and by that time everything should be pretty well done and dry, so I can start doing the weathering. So I shall return, my friends. Okay guys, I'm going to start with one weathering technique. You guys have heard me say I love panel line accent. To me, a panel line accent is great, but when you got something like this, it's very hard to just get it on there and then try to wipe it off. So what I'm doing, the first is all I'm doing is just adding just little bits here and there, just letting it draw in. Nothing real big, just letting it just draw in there, just like so. maybe. Let me do a little bit here on this back side. Maybe it's more in camera for you. Or maybe I just need to tilt this thing up. There we go. So like I said, I'm letting gravity basically do its thing. So I just do that, and then I'll let it just run its course kind of over this. Like that. And then, just to help kind of get some of those blotches up, I don't know if you can see them, but I'll just take one of my handy dandy little Q-tips and just kind of brush on it, just kind of like that. Now like I said, I mean, it could be a lot easier if I didn't put everything on, but like I said, I don't want to try to keep going crazy because all this around here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of do the front here, just kind of like so. And I'm just highlighting things the best I can, because like I said, yes, I've already got this glossed, and that definitely helps because it sealed the paint in, so this is just letting it get a little bit more. So there, like I said, there's that way of doing things, and I love doing that with this, but as you can see, it kind of goes a little crazy. So there's two things I'm going to show you. One, I can use the T.B.I and the smoke. Now this is not accent, or not, it's not acrylic, but I love using it, and I clean the crap out of my brush. Trust me. Let me show you that. Let me get it loaded and let me kind of show you that real quick. So it's loaded. It's really good thin. I mean, you don't have to really add much to it. But just like you do any kind of airbrushing, I'm going to try to keep it best in camera as I can. But with this stuff, I go kind of far away. I don't want to go crazy. I just want to give that little bit of highlight, as you can see. Just highlighting things. Kind of so. And if I have to, I'll lean it, kind of like so. And make sure I can get a good patch onto the inside. And let me turn it around. Let me get it where you guys can see it. Let's see if I can adjust this just a bit. Okay, we're gonna... Okay. So there you can start to see, and as I keep going around. Now, like I said, this is great doing it this way. Especially for the complicated, all this stuff here. Just to give it that little bit of age and weather. And like I said, I have it on this so I can turn it easier. Yeah, and I am not going heavy with this. I'm just trying to highlight it. I'm letting this stuff do its job. Again, just not going real crazy. Just kind of like that. And let's see if you can see that. So it doesn't, like I said, it's not crazy. It gives a little bit of definition, gives a little bit of look to it, like it's, being used. So I'm going to let this get dry, and when it is, I'll come back and I'll share what it actually does really good, look right. And because I got to do just a bit more to it, as you can see. And I got the other parts. So when I get them taken care of, I will bring it back and I will show you guys. Alright, that is getting over there drying. I will show you guys. Make sure you clean it out very well, and I did end up turning my exhaust fan on so it doesn't fumes. I mean, I don't use it a lot. The other thing I do is I use T.B.I smoke a lot on trying to do something that complicated. But I got it there, so we'll see how it turns out. I'm going to be happy with it, so I'm going to keep working on getting some of these decals finished. Getting pretty close so far. And I know I've talked about it. It kind of makes you, while there are some companies that have decals and you're like, oh my god, can't you do better? Doing with these are good. I mean, they're nice, but they definitely take a little bit more patience and a new finesse way to work, like I did. And so I'm going to finish getting some more on here, and then once that's to the point of dry, I got to take it outside and I got to matte coat it. That way I can protect all the detail I just did, and the decals and everything, and get that nice matte coat, and get, like other modelers say, get the toyish look away from it. So I'll be doing that here in a minute. After I get these decals on, I'm going to take this back out and get it done and get it matte coated, and then we'll see where we're at. But let me get these guys taken care of, and I'd love to show you that. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, well, I got it matte coated and just doing a little bit of something to see how it's working, but yes, I got stuff glued securely and ready. Check this out. Not too shabby at all. I got a couple more parts to put on this, but nothing really crazy. Still got to paint them, but taking care of that in a bit. Not tonight. Putting this thing together, or trying to get things just to see where they are, it almost fell on me and I about freaked out. So at this point I think I need just take a little bit and walk away, but I wanted to share this with you guys so you guys can see all of this. So yeah, not too shabby. I'm happy. So let me come back here a little bit. Sorry guys. Let you get the big picture here. Alright, pretty cool, huh? Alright, I'm going to end it here for this week so I can get the video put together and get things done. But I wanted to show you, so yes, no, the area is not permanently set there yet, but Aries is all together. Yes, great. Having fun with that, sorry. Started on the Curelip, yep, and got wired and got things ready, and most importantly, got light going down those wee little ones. So yes, very, very fun, and hopefully I will have the core lev together next week, because not too much to go, but there we go. So the shuttle payload clean room is now complete. I got one more pipe to put in, but overall it is done for that part, for now. And I got one more part to add to the tower itself, but not too bad. Having a lot of fun with that, and yes, more decals. So the shuttle will be done early next week, and then I'll start working on getting the launch pad ready and getting all this, but not too bad. I really had a lot of fun this week. So with that, guys, have a awesome weekend. Have a safe weekend. Have a great and awesome and safe week next week, and I'll see you guys back here on the bench.